Sometimes the sky is heavy and grey, dark, and just when we expect it the most, a rainbow turns up, showing us that it's just an illusion, everything is alright, that we are always protected, that we'll always find our way back home, as our song says. Just be patient and know that these are times of deep inner purging. Love will embrace you whenever you want. Just close your eyes and open your heart. Welcome to this week's report.
Hi there, Aries, and welcome to your modern shaman, Maria and RainbowLand, here with the weekly astrological forecast for the week that starts at the 29th of October and ends at the 5th of November 2018. This is a very special week. This is a special week because we are having a Mercury-Jupiter conjunction. Anytime Jupiter goes together with another planet, he will help this planet bring out the best of this planet. And it's in Scorpio. First of all, I just want to say that for the Aries that just want the first 5 minutes to 7 minutes of quick information. Yeah, well, the 7 minutes has started. It could be 10. But those who really want to go deeper into their spiritual journey and understand more about the collective path and how you are part of this journey, we all are, and how we can help as light workers moving it forward while you stay to the end of this report. I just want to show you guys where I am. I am at the same place as I was last week, but last week I was sitting over there. So you were looking in the opposite direction last week. This week I'm having another fire. I'm cleaning out some of this here. The leaves are falling off the trees. Alright, let's move on with the report. So we had a full moon last week and we had several things going on last week. But this week, great transits. Mercury is our understanding of things. Mercury is how we perceive things and how we understand and clarify our lives on a very deep level here in Scorpio. And with Jupiter together with Mercury in Scorpio, Jupiter is the grand projector. Like if you go to a football stadium and you see the players in this light where you can see everything going on the court, that's Jupiter putting a light upon how are things at the deepest level. You're going to understand things about you. You're going to understand things about your relationships. You're going to realize that you were a part of all the things that you thought was the other person's fault or problem. You're going to realize that you are the only one who can start changing things as you actually can. Maybe other people are going to do so too. But you're going to realize that from the beginning, had you just realized what you realize now this week, things could have been different. Or could they? No, because there's a divine timing. So now is the perfect time for you to realize things. And it has something to do with your old wounds. They're trining over there, and that's a good aspect to Chiron in Pisces. Chiron over here in Pisces is our guilt about the things that we didn't do well enough, what we thought that we should have done better. Guilt is one of the heaviest of emotions that we can pick up and have in our and hold in our system. And if you're new to this channel, you have to know that I'm a advocate for everyone cleaning every day, asking for our system to be cleaned and cleared. Any guides or helpers that you have every night before you go to sleep, you either just manifest it through the law of attraction, through connecting with the higher spirits, the God, or whatever you want to call the greater force, opening your heart, asking, spending time directly on cleaning and clearing is an awesome idea this week, as it is every day of the week. Just as you take a shower every morning, we need to clear ourselves, and Mercury is going to show you guys, show us, all of us, where it was and where it is that we have been needing to clean and purge. Bad guilt, feelings of not being good enough, feelings, now here comes the sun. Feelings where we are thinking, okay, I'm not worthy of this, or people don't think I'm worthy, they don't like me as I am, they don't think I'm good enough, I did something wrong, I was too selfish, I was, you know, all kinds of feelings. And in Scorpio, you're going to be able to feel that stuff from your past, but also from your parents' past can come up. We always inherit our parents' stuff. Let's look at the chart while I'm talking and the beautiful nature. So here's the chart, and as I'm saying, we all inherit our parents' stuff. If there's karma they can't clear, you have to clear it for them. So things you're purging, look, we have 4 planets over here in the Scorpio. Mercury in conjunction with Jupiter, the Sun just been conjuncting Venus, and Venus is passing over here to Libra. This means that these are our deep wounds, our very, very deep darker sides, our sexual desires, our desires and to control, dominate and have power, all sorts of things. And here Jupiter is putting a light upon your darker side, because there's a message for us this week, for every one of us. We have to make a choice this week. We have to choose to go towards the light. That's what I'm an advocate for. If you don't, then you should choose another channel. And we are in between 2 worlds now. And Uranus is in opposition to Venus. This means sudden changes, shifts, radical things that come in to your life. While we have Saturn and Pluto up here in Capricorn, working upon a very deep level of your career, but also your face in the world, the legacy you want to leave behind, your worldly affairs at large. And our planet moving forward at the same place as the South Node over here in Aquarius. Wow, look at the fire. Our fire planet Mars. He's moving forward, but he's not moving forward he's at a spot where we have, look, I have a hole in my jacket, my fire jacket. That's just like Mars here. He's in a room with someone who's not the best company. So of course you have to make a revolution here of your life, but you have to choose not to follow trends and to follow what you used to follow, but to follow your heart. This is the last week of the North Node in Leo. This is the sign of don't follow trends, follow your heart, my motto. And over here in Leo, we are being told to really, really follow this heart of ours and release the side where we shine. We share our gifts with others here before it goes into Cancer. And let's look a little bit around while I'm talking. First, you can see the fire here. The North Node moves into Cancer next week. So this means this is the last week of the North Node, which is where we at a collective level, all of us needs to go. But also for the Aries, it's again us following our hearts, being creative, daring to, have our more adolescent sides come out. And it's also about us learning now, before when she enters, or when the North Node enters Cancer, you have to know that at that point we will be beginning to speak much more from our emotions, from our feminine side, from our receptive intuition, from the sides of us that are more subtle. We will begin to learn that the language of God often comes in the subtle language of stillness, where we are quiet with ourselves, where we are receptive, where we don't always just go full throttle forward like our planet loves to do, but where we also give time and space to be in nature, to breathe in the beautiful energy and prana and everything here. And we also have Neptune in trine to Sirius, and this is about having higher moral standards, and it encourages us to help others and to bring forward hope and generosity and yeah, maybe take things to a new spiritual level, like a quest to seek the truth. It can also be you communicating with psychics, with gurus, with priests, you know, and it has something to do with us finally listening to our dreams, to meditation. These voices, this kind of communication, instead of all these mental things usually going on in our society. So the Jupiter and Mercury conjunction will give you good news, bring forth optimism, a more happy state of mind, broad-minded, more generous, but of course at a very deep level, and a little introvert with Venus there, going backwards as well. But it can be a good time to sign contracts and to have fun and make future plans as well, and yeah, to help others what you've been through, see that you're the guiding light for them, and because Chiron is there as well, so the wounds that you have been through, you can use to be a guiding light for others, and find the blessings in these mixture of blessings, and travel into to the land of what have hurt you. Then Jupiter will be the guardian that can say, well, it's okay, it's all right, it's all like it was supposed to be. And the Sun will move closer and move into, at the end of the week, it's trine to Neptune. This is increasing your sensitivity a lot. And of course, Venus is not really in harmony in Scorpio, so you'll also feel that there's a pressure upon you somehow, but because Uranus wants to move to a higher place, but it's in its fall in Taurus, so Taurus wants to hold on to things, and Uranus wants to let go, and Venus in Scorpio is about true desires, and of course Uranus is in Venus's sign, so it's opening up for a higher spiritual, your higher spiritually, in Danish, afstemte desires, adjusted desires, where your desires are adjusted to your spiritual life and your path. So you have to dare open up for this. So there's something that we used to... There's something that we used to really want in our life, and we used to consider as a thing that had to be there, that we actually need to let go of this week. There's something, and you need to use your inner voice and listen to your body, listen to your dreams, listen to this feminine receptive side. And of course, in order to reach those spiritual goals that you have, you really have to adjust your material life as well. So if you're focusing too much on watching too much television, for example, listening to people who tell you all, you know, if you're always hanging around environments and where the darkness resides, and you're not speaking out truthfully about who you are, then you're suppressing a side of yourself, and you're having to lie a little every day. That is going to keep you trapped. So it can also be a change of career, a change of what gives you money, because Uranus is in our second house. Maybe your career is actually, there's something that you do at work to get money that's blocking you, Aries, from being that authentic you, because Venus in Scorpio wants us to be authentic. Venus here wants us to be who we truly really are, and Venus here don't want us... Oh, the smoke is coming into my face. Venus is the ruler of Scorpio, so of course Venus knows what she wants back in Scorpio, but Uranus is there saying, but hey, we are removing what is no longer serving you now, so that you can actually go to a place, a spot where where your higher self is working through you, and where the goal that you have in life, your purpose, your higher purpose, can be brought forward. This is the time now. We don't choose the weird roads that don't lead us the right way. And we have to remember the environments we're in, the people around us, where we live, they all affect our energy and our whole system. So if you choose every day to go to work at a spot that is not in accorded, in balance with your higher purpose, it can be that it's not like a spiritual place, of course, but are you able to come from your true self? Do you dare to be who you really are? Because otherwise you're not helping the people around you and you're not helping yourself. So this is a time to really ask yourself, are you doing are you authentic now? Scorpio is about authenticity. It's not about pleasing and being, oh, but if I say who I am, people will think I'm blah, blah, blah. No, and the Scorpios are the best ones to just show, well, this is who I am. Take it or leave it. And that is why we in Scorpio can transcend to higher levels, which we can't in Libra, for example, the diplomat sign. Because in the diplomat sign, we are just like what others expect from us, but who are you when you're just being a diplomat? Venus is also ruling the diplomat sign of Libra. And therefore, she's now having to look upon her true authentic self. Yeah. She cannot hide anymore. She has to not stop pleasing others and start coming forward, not just in your home life, but also in your career and at all levels. So it's probably going to be a change within you. You're going to realize things this week. And we also have Black Moon Lilith in square. Let me see how many degrees, and I wrote it down somewhere here, just a second. Didn't I? I didn't. No, I didn't. Black Moon Lilith is in square to the sun, so she's feisty. She's gonna bring this feistiness up inside of you. She wants to make a revolution. She wants to say, F you. This is not how we're doing it anymore. This is whether you're a man or a woman, this is your feminine side finally coming out saying, hey, you gotta listen to my feelings and stop being such a man all the time. Stop being always, oh, but I have to do this. I have to push forward. I have to do this. No, now she wants to break free. She wants you to see that your feminine side, whether you're a man or a woman, have been neglected for too long. It's time for you to listen to your heart, listen to your inner voice, listen to your feelings, listen to your body. If your body says, I'm tired, you go to sleep. You don't ignore it and just push, push, push. If you're tired, if your body says, I don't want to go out on a trip this weekend, but you're like, no, but we have to, it's weekend. I usually always do it. That's the kind of habit that's like, no. Now you listen to your body. Now you listen to your dreams. Now you listen to your feelings. Now you take that time off, that peace, to reflect and to come into your own center now. You cannot be anything for anyone else if you keep always running instead of stopping. Breathing in deeply. Just feeling what's going on around you. How am I feeling in all this? Am I on the right path? Am I acting what I'm saying? It was a little longer for you, Aries, but maybe it's because it's my own sign. Sorry, guys, for those who don't want too much information, and good luck. And for you guys who I did it for, the moon is gonna go through Cancer in opposition to Pluto and Saturn up there in Capricorn this week. This means that you're gonna have to nurture your inner child and your emotions and have some time at home or in safe environments where you can feel instead of thinking, instead of acting, where you just can just be. There will be some people demanding things of you, so you might not have that much peace. It's gonna because you still have to transform things. And she's also going to be, of course, in a good aspect to everything up here in Scorpio. So she'll be supported by these things that I just told you about, that you realize. The things that you realize is going to benefit your feminine side. Things that you realize this week, the good news that you get, it's going to be supported. Then she's going to go into, oops, did I place it the right way? Yeah, then she's going to go into Leo. I knew this would happen. Where she's going to be in conjunct with the north node of the moon. That's truly going to flame up what it is that you want when you follow your heart. and going through Leo. She's gonna square the things up there in Scorpio, so it will be tense as we go into the week. Wednesday, Thursday, I'm gonna be at a silent retreat this week, so I'm gonna work at a deep level with my things, and get clarity definitely. And then she's gonna be in King Kongs through the things going on up here, so and in opposition. So the middle of the week can be a little tense and tough, but as long as you follow your heart and try to stay in balance and harmony. True spirituality is when you are in harmony, when all of the functions of you are in harmony. So try to seek that harmony, and then she will end up over here in Virgo. So yeah, this week. This week she is ending up. I mean, in Libra, of course. So as she goes through Virgo, you will probably have. You're probably gonna feel like you're having some things that needs to heal. Your body needs to heal. You have to listen to your health. Are you eating the right stuff? As we go through the weekend, it's a good idea to focus upon good health, good nutrition. Get the rest that you need if you need rest. Get organized. Maybe if you need to clean and clear some emotional stuff that will come up, and especially on Sunday, where she will be in opposition to Chiron, where old wounds will be coming up for you. Fear, perhaps. But yeah, let's take the card of the week. Now the smoke is coming into my face. Card of the week for the Aries. And the astrology card of the week for the Aries. Start with astrology card of the week for the Aries. Wow. It's Pluto. It's grand transformation. Moon is going to activate Pluto already at the beginning of the week. Pluto is in our 10th house, where we change who we are in our worldly affairs. It's time for us to change. It's time for us to be who we really are. But it's the ruler of Scorpio, where Jupiter will put a light upon what you need to no longer have in you. And you have to know that these feelings would then rise within your body and system. And you're going to feel fear and be afraid of letting go of this side of you. You're going to be afraid of, maybe some feelings of being a victim. But this Pisces need to be clean, so that you don't feel like, oh, I'm a victim to people around me. Oh, people around me are the cause of me feeling bad. No, they're not. That's one of the things we have to let go of, the feelings of being victims. You're not a victim. You attracted all of the people in your life because you have something to clear and clean. And it's time to transform that. Bring it into the light. The other tarot card of the week for the Aries. For my fellow sister sign, Aries. Yay! We're moving forward. There's fire. Jupiter is putting on the fire. Flying. You'll be flying. You can go through this fast. The big transformation of Pluto that I just showed you, you can go through and move through fast. You just need to dare. You need to have the courage to just take off from the ground and fly. Do it. Yeah, we can move forward. What we focus upon grows, and we have to trust the process. So just focus upon what it is that you really want. Yeah, we can do it, Aries. We can do it. Let's do this. Let's be the light workers we came here to be. Let's be the ones that brings other people into the light. We have the courage. Use this courage this week. We will transform this week. We will prepare ourselves to go into this new revolution where we actually listen to our bodies and our hearts and our souls and our dreams, instead of also always the rational, what we ought to do in this world if everything has to look beautiful. Well, that is not the time now with all this Scorpio. It's not about things looking beautiful. It's about you clearing the deepest things within you that doesn't look beautiful, so that the natural beauty can come out. So now it's time for the collective, where I'll take you around these hoods to see this beautiful nature through the car as we drive through the most amazing landscape, and I talk a little bit more, a little bit deeper. I don't know if you want to take a break before we move on, but where's my heart? Besides from within my chest. Don't follow trends, follow your heart. Time for the collective. I'll see you next week. Aries. And Aries, I know that it's been hard with all the planets that we've had in our 10th house, where we have the social activities. Our social activities have been challenged a lot. We've met a lot of obstacles here in this life, whether it be our career or in general. Things are resolving now, and depending on if you're an Aries born in the beginning of Aries, in the middle of Aries, soon enough Pluto will leave the second decan of Aries and go into the third decan. So all of us from that was born between the late March, the third half of March until the 9th of April, we will be out of the worst part of the Pluto zone now. Of course, we will then have Saturn coming in. The worst, for us the worst is over. I'm not saying that for the last Aries that it will be very bad, but it will be a challenge where you really need to let go and allow yourself to let go of what's taking away from you. And for all the rest, for all of us Aries, we've been having things taken away from us, whether it be family, work situations, or what it was that it needed to be destroyed. And you have to trust that process. And I can't mention it enough. Don't feel like a victim. We are not victims. We planned this journey ourselves, every step of it. So stop blaming others, and let's all Aries start to take responsibility and follow this heart of ours. We need to move forward faster now. It's that time in the process on a collective level. We need to be responsible now, not in 3 or 5 years. It's now, and we can do it. Trust the process. Trust your inner guidance. It will all be beautiful. It is already. Just have to notice. And if there's ever anything that you feel like, I'm sorry, there's smoke in my face. If there's ever anything that you feel like you cannot master, we're in the sign of mastery in Scorpio. Remember that there's a greater master than us. It's not up to us. It's the season of letting go of our egos, as I said last week. Let's leave it up to the master of the universe itself, life itself, or God, or whatever you want to call it. If it gets too hard, just give it over to like this, and let it go, let it fly like a butterfly. Set it free and let it come back when it's ready and mature. Stop fighting for it. We sometimes do, we fight for more peace. You cannot fight for peace. You need to let go and surrender. Oh yeah, just a little reminder. Remember, for everyone, doubt can ruin anything good. Doubt is a killer of trust, faith, love. It's closing the heart. So if you doubt someone, if you doubt their intentions, if you doubt who they are, if you doubt, you have to know that maybe there's a reason for your doubt, but you also have to know that you destroy something between you and the other person whenever you choose the road of doubt. So sometimes if we doubt too much, sometimes it's maybe better to let go. If we're not able to actually just put trust, because trust is love. Doubt is about, maybe not the opposite, but close to. That is why whenever we doubt and doubt and doubt, we have to know that we send other people that we doubt really negative energy. And they feel it, because there's no such thing as, oh, I don't feel it. I mean, I didn't say it. Well, it doesn't matter if you said it or not. If you doubt, you send the people you doubt really negative energy, and it's hitting back on you as well. So remember, next time you doubt, that has nothing to do with spirituality. You're not trusting the process. You don't have faith in the process. Is also the universe, God, creator, whatever you want to call this thing that we can connect to when our hearts are totally open. This thing that you might have tried in meditations, in a silent moment where you feel you're at one with everything. You shut off from that whenever you doubt. Faith and trust is the way to go.
Welcome to the second part of this program. For the ones that wants to go deeper, further down the rabbit hole with me. If you're on this channel, or if you're new to this channel, you will now be aware that my job here is to reach spiritual goals of enlightenment. Is to help myself and others alter our level of consciousness, to clear, clean and purge old karma, old samskaras, you can look that up, samskaras, impressions, so that we can move forward without the change from our past and from the past of our parents. In our horoscope, we can always see, when I do a personal reading, how you inherited your parents, your fathers and your mothers, or the substitutes for a father or a mother's garbage, prisons, all of the unresolved karma that they came with is now your responsibility unless they have cleared it. That's why our horoscope is a key to unlocking our fullest potential, to see where the downfalls are and how we can purge them and let go of them and move on. Every time we are in Scorpio season, which is once a year for 1 month, we have the chance, all of us, to really go in and clear the deepest, darkest storages of us, of our beings here as souls in human bodies. This means that these are not that easy times. You will see that other people will trigger your worst fears and your worst the things that puts the most pressure upon you. Spirituality is when all faculties come into balance in our system. So we are seeking a balance, we are seeking a harmony. But in order to restore this balance that we naturally have as we come in here, pure as little babies, we need patience. We need tolerance with others. And we need trust. Have faith in the process. We need to develop acceptance and humbleness. And then we need to be able to learn how to listen to other people, not only with our minds, but with our hearts, our feelings and our souls. And remember that we are all adopted into the same family here on earth. So it doesn't take you far to just judge whoever's doing something to you. This is a part of your family. They are a part of you in Lakesh. So I'm going on a retreat on the 27th until the 4th of October. Of November. 27th of October until the 3rd or the 4th of November. The 4th I'm out. And this is the retreat I told you about earlier. I will be for 1 week facing only me. In a room where there's no books, no internet, no television, and where this is the only thing that ever goes on here. In a retreat department center where no one will come and talk to me, no one will come with food. I have food for a week, and I will not be in contact with the world. This is one way of really purging old stuff and going into really finding the core beneath all the noises and disturbances from our daily lives. I will make a video after that, and you will see the effects to see if it's something that might benefit you one day. The following Monday I will have a knee operation where they will open up my knee. So first I'm cleaning my spiritual body, my astral body, my soul, my psychological sides, and then they will afterwards go into my knee. First the left knee, they will open and operate my menisc and remove things that are stuck in there. So the physical is connected to the psychological elements. So if you have something going on physically, you have to know that they are connected to some psychological things. So it's always a good idea to open up to all layers if you want to heal and cure. My mission is to help people do just that, as I consider all of us to be family. I do this for free every week. We all have a spiritual mission, and it's time to make a choice. You can either repeat an old pattern, or you can find a new way to choose love and to love others and let your ego die. In Scorpio, things die and reborn again, rebirth again. We are in spiritual times where these spiritual matters win over the 3D desires and hungers. So we have to find our way out of this supermental era and back to our inner voices so that we can hear our yin side, our feminine side speak. Because it knows much more than the mental. So in Scorpio we go towards the real thing. But there are traps along the way. Desires. It can also be sexual, of course. And the Saturn and Pluto conjunction is getting closer. Saturn is teaching us about responsibility, to take responsibility for our lives. North Node in Leo this week, it wants happiness in its own way. Saturn will go into a trine with Neptune soon enough, not now. It's the first time in a long time. And we are moving towards this. Any astrological aspect is often just showing what has been along the way for a long time, and when it's reaching the surface, what's been brewing. So what's brewing right now is this: when they come together, it's about higher spiritual purpose, true ascension to God, purity, and not to get caught up in subconscious patterns. So we need to find the ultimate spiritual mission of ours. The choices you make now are crucial. They are crucial. So this week, Venus is in opposition to Uranus, as I talked about. And they are in their opposite moods, so to speak, or let me put it another way. Venus is the ruler of Taurus, where Uranus is. And Venus is not in harmony in Scorpio. She's in exaltation there. And Uranus is in its fall in Taurus. It doesn't like Taurus. So Uranus moving to a higher place is what it wants. But as it's in its fall, because Taurus wants to hold on to things, and Uranus wants to let go of tension, of anything not serving us. So Venus in Scorpio is our true desires. And Uranus in Venus' sign is opening up for a higher spiritual, more harmonized desires. If we dare, do you dare? So there's something that we used to value highly that aren't right anymore. And we have to adjust ourselves and open our minds to let this thing go now. This is what we need to learn. And you have to find out what it is in your life. Venus is crossing over the limit between two worlds because she's retrograding into Libra. She's doing this week on the 31st. And she's doing that with the sun in Scorpio. And the sun in Scorpio is true rawness, authenticity. This is who I am, we show the world. We are not afraid of being ugly, and we are not afraid of our downsides. And how can I build this new life based upon higher values is what Uranus is asking in Taurus, because Taurus is our values. And Uranus wants higher ascension, spiritual ascension. With Uranus here, it's weird and radical ways of trying to figure this out is going to come up. And Uranus is going to hold your hand for a short time only. Taurus wants to have someone hold it for a longer time and nurture, just like the moon, and a motherly figure. But Uranus is not like that. Uranus moves on because it's the ruler of Aquarius, where we have to help the whole world. So Uranus wants to tell us not to hold on to things for too long. And in Taurus, it's asking not only, will I get what I want, but also, is it sustainable for me? There are sexual energies in Scorpio, and they want us to have this instant gratification and now, fulfill our desires now. But we are at a destiny point of shifting, where we are looking for things to be released from the past so that we can go on a higher path. Things that came from our parents as well. We inherit things from our parents. Very important. As I told you in the beginning, when I see a horoscope, when I do personal readings, and I see different aspects, I can always see how the parents were putting influence upon the children. Of course, it varies, and I always look upon this in a dialogue, because we can have several figures as a fatherly figures. A brother can also be a grandparent. And we need to know that if our authority figures, did not come through and alter these things inside of them, then they need to alter, then we inherit them. And you have to look for these sides within you, so that whenever people are trying to tell you something, teach you something that you need to know here in life, it's not because they want to criticize you. They are actually trying to show you the way. So the people that criticize you, try to see if, even though that it hurts what they're saying, is there something within their words that could be true, and a hint of where to go next for you. There are things we hold on to in our outer lives that often come from these places that we inherited from our parents. Uranus is in semi-square to Neptune for a while, and it brings about these unconscious sides of ourselves up. And that is also a way to alter through Uranus, to solve the tension there. And it can bring about forgiveness to your parents, to forgiveness to the people around you. When you figure out that it all comes from you, the pressure is not from others, it's from you. Somehow, because you wouldn't feel the pressure from someone outside if it wasn't inside of you. So often people are just trying to show you the way. We have a lot of home aspects in November. Venus is going home on the 31st to Libra, her sign. We have Saturn in Capricorn, we have at home here. We have Jupiter in Sag on the 8th coming home. And we have Neptune in Pisces. So we are going home this week. We are on our way home. But we need to find our way home. to our higher selves. That is home. Home is where the heart is. Home is inside of us, it's not outside. We have to pick and make the right choices along the way. It's our responsibility, it's your responsibility. Right. So try not to lose yourself into desires, is what this week is trying to tell you. To escapism. We escape in so many ways. In Denmark, for example, we say, oh, it's normal to drink a bottle of wine every day. Yeah, but that's escapism. You're running away from yourself. If you smoke weed and get doped, take drugs, drink alcohol, eat just for pleasure for a long time, to escape, watch movies, escape into the world of a movie, escape into a world of a book. It's escapism, all of it. Escape into your work, escape. We have it all around us, but now is the time to alter, not tomorrow or in 3 weeks. So we are on our way home, but we need to do the home work to get there. Because we are on our way home to what we came here to do. Your mission, your purpose, your life purpose. And if you're watching this right now and you're still on the channel, you are a light worker. And we are going home now. But responsibility to your body, soul, and other people is what is crucial now. In Lakesh, I am another you. Respect others. But before we can reach the city of lights, we have to face our shadows and look at reality. We have also got the sun squaring Black Moon Lilith. Black Moon Lilith is in Aquarius. She's who's called the bitch goddess, and she will also get some strong-willed, feisty things up. It's often the spokespeople for the disadvantaged, Black Moon Lilith, and she will speak about dark issues, and she will often be distasteful and distorting or disturbing to the public. And the square has so much tension that is compelled to action, and she wants to do something also here in society. You will be able to see this maybe in the news as well. And has something to do with processed rage at being exiled and rejected is what she has. These edgy qualities. It's often bringing about activists, also mesmerizing agitators and troublemakers. So that will take the law into their own hands and have their own type of sense of humor and principles. So just as tough on themselves they will be as they are on others. So they aim high and have an intuition and a great survival instinct. And this will aid anyone who follows this path this week in their leap of faith. But of course, I will never encourage you to take this road too long, because we have the South Node here, so this is not the way. So if you feel these tendencies, try to turn them down this week. Mars is also blowing to that fire, so try to calm them down, even though you want to pursue them. The Venus trining Neptune is increasing your sensitivity, and of course we are in a time where we also have this, as I said, the conjunction between Jupiter and Mercury. So it's enthusiasm, could be good news, optimism, a happy frame of mind, fortune, broad-mindedness, generosity, sociability. But it's in Scorpio, so it's more deep, maybe not that sociable, but it's all kinds of deals are favored here, even though it's in a darker spot. So it's also in a spot where investments are made and where you share other people's money with you in some way or the other. So you can make future plans and sign those kind of contracts. But since it's in trine to Chiron, you can also help others here, because Chiron is our wound, so you can help others with what you've been going through, so that you can be the guiding light and find the blessings in the mixed blessings, travel into the land of what hurts with someone, being Jupiter here, guiding you, a guiding light, because only you can decide to become okay again. Mercury will talk about the hurt and understand it finally. Finally, there's something inside of you that you now have the chance to understand. Last but not least, I will just say that Neptune is in trine to Sirius, and has been for a little while, and for a little while longer. It's about higher morals and standards. It encourages hopes and selflessly helping others, generosity, a community spirit, you might say. So it's also about maybe taking a spiritual quest to seek the truth, and talk with gurus, psychics, priests, etc. Or others will come to you for enlightenment. So follow your dreams, your visions, and your meditations. And remember, last but not least, words are only so much. We are communicating much more from our heart, our bodies. Our dreams are talking to us. People are saying things without words. Try to listen to what they say with their hearts and what you say. And then try, once you talk to others, to see if you can stay in a peaceful space where you feel God, the universe, light, bright, peace shining through you while you talk to others. That is the greatest gift you can give anyone. And you will receive the same back. Somehow, someday. It's all worth it. Let's do this together as light workers. Let's open up and clear and clean so that we can move forward together. I hold the curtain while you walk through, and you will probably do the same for me. Thanks for watching this week. See you next week. A little later next week, because I'm on a silent retreat, and I will share my condition with you once I leave it. Follow your heart. Thank you.
There is this angel saying, I'm gonna find my way back home. The secret is love, he said. You've got to lift yourself up, try again. One day you will break through. What you long for will find you.
Don't follow trends, follow your heart.